And we're back talking about action, consequence of anger and fear here. And this is part 2 of 8.05, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we got cats running around like crazy animals here. So, results of fear: tendency to rely on past successful behavior, avoid the problem, conceal the problem, and also leads to an incomplete search test of alternative solutions. Let's step into an organizational perspective right now. You're a leader in an organization. Notice that if you're generating fear or anger in your people, you're not serving your organization well. So either one is destructive to the creativity of an organization. Notice both narrowing of attention, incomplete survey of alternatives, death to creativity, right? Tendency to rely on past successful behavior, avoid the problem, death to creativity. If you want novel, creative, effective solutions, then you've got to build an organization. You've got to build a situation where people are free from anger and free from fear. Right? So that's kind of a leadership side lesson here, embedded on the basis of people's emotional responses. Now, approach and avoidance consequences. Well, approach, avoidance, two tables here, or two lists. Right? What do we got? Approach, success, sense of accomplishment. That is, boy, this looks like a difficult problem. If I have relatively high self-efficacy, but I believe I can do it, and actually difficult problems are sometimes energizing to people who have this kind of approach tendency. What they're going to get as a result is a sense of accomplishment, a sense of joy, satisfaction as the result of their approach. Okay. Avoidance, success is spelled out very differently when it's someone who has an avoidance kind of paradigm running. Success then is represented by a sense of relief. Oh my God, at least that didn't happen. Right? Approach, we tend to generate new solutions. We tend to engage in greater levels of openness. Right? Avoidance really is about maintaining the existing systems and not trying anything new. I don't want to try that new stuff because you never know how that's going to work out. And I've been burned before, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah, I'm just going to avoid it. Right? Approach is about creativity. And I'd love to see what Dr. Bengal has to say about this in his course on Psych of Creativity. I'd like to sit through that whole course to tell you the truth. So if you have an opportunity to take Bengal's course in creativity, I sure as heck would avail myself if it interests you in the least at all. Right? Avoidance doesn't teach new behaviors, simply highlights bad behaviors. Oh my God, I don't want to get caught for that, or I don't want to do that, I don't want to mess that up, right? So we're not learning anything new, typically, from frickin' avoidance. I'm afraid I'm going to get attacked here any minute. They are going truly berserk. Growth of organizational culture, that's part of the deal, right? So growth of organizational culture is the approach. So if we want to grow a culture, we want people to expand, we want people to learn, we want people to be creative, then we instigate approach opportunities within the organization. So, I think that's enough for now. I warned you this was going to be kind of a shorter one, probably one of the shortest ones we have. We're going to return to action tendency conceptualization of emotion in methods and emotions, prejudice and emotion, and relationships and emotion. So we're not done with it yet, right? And who knows? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but spring is springing and the roses are starting to put out their shoots, etc. So maybe not too much longer we'll be seeing these in person rather than by photographs. So I'm going to call it good for right now, and I hope you guys are safe and not going stir crazy at home. I hope your families are okay. We got a lot to concern ourselves with. I mean, really, we are talking unprecedented times here. And, you know, think of it in terms of approach or avoidance. Are you going to approach all the things that you can do, right, to make your life a little better during this time and make the life of those around you a little better? But at the same time, there are certain things we need to avoid, and avoiding contact at this point makes a lot of sense if we understand how viruses are spread. And we see that corona is extremely virulent. It spreads very easily, and it is, you know, relatively powerful as a virus. So we are going to engage, hopefully, in a successful combination of approach and avoidance and get all ourselves and our families, our loved ones, through this successfully. So, my best to all of you, and we're going to close with Cracker, and Cracker passed away in December. It was a big blow to me. She was like my familiar, if you like that term, if you want to be metaphysical, which we did at the beginning of course. Maybe not supposed to be doing it so much now at the end of the course, but I dearly miss her. So, you guys take care, and we'll go on to the next one.